Hello everyone, so today I would like to very quickly talk about a feature on the Battle Pass for Girls Frontline 2, because it is something that's quite a bit confusing, at least it was a little bit for me, and that is what is it called? This little box over here that gives you a choice to pick from 4 different items. And I've been wondering what is the actual best choice. I've been doing the math and doing a little bit of research, not too much to be honest, but just trying to figure out what's actually worth it or not. And I feel like most people might actually be wondering the same thing, so I've decided to very quickly make a video just quickly talking about it and just let you guys know what, in my opinion, is the correct choice to go for in this menu or selection screen. So, first things first, the collapse pieces. They're really not worth it. They only give you 5 in this battle pass. The battle pass usually lasts like, what, a month? And after a month you get like 30 of these. And one pull is like 150 collapse pieces, so it's pretty pointless to even go for the collapse pieces. You don't really get anything, so yeah, don't really bother with that. I know it is a little bit tempting, believe me. I've thought about picking the collapse pieces, but it really is not worth it. And now these stock boost bars, these are used to level cap or to increase the level cap for your dolls, specifically from level 30. And these are actually kinda useful in the early game. In the early game, for example, for me, I'm at level 35, would actually be a pretty good choice. It would save me quite a bit of stamina since, you know, I do still have a lot of dolls under level 30. And that might also be the case for a lot of you guys. So in case you do have a bunch of dolls that you do want to level up, and are still under level 30, I do actually recommend going for this. In the future, when we have like all the important characters above level 30, it's kind of pointless to go for this, because if you do go to the actual farming stage, we do eventually get, like here for example, we do eventually get this automatically just by farming the higher rarity ones. So it does eventually end up being kind of pointless to even pick this one from the battle pass. So in the long run, isn't really that useful, but in the early game can definitely be very, very good. It will save you quite a bit of stamina, and you can use that stamina to farm some other stuff, for example EXP for the weapons or for the characters, for example. Now the next one, the Transcription Conductor 3, the thing we use to basically level up the what is it called? The Helix. I honestly don't really feel like it's worth picking this one up, because it will always be the same for every single character in the game. It would save some stamina, specifically like 20 stamina. This is basically equivalent to 20 stamina, which would be 220 stamina over the course of 1 month, which is quite a good amount to save up. And if you do decide to actually pick this one, you actually do get enough to level up one character and a little bit more, so it actually could be nice. However, you can honestly just farm this whenever you want to in the farming stages, so it ends up being not really that useful, especially because we do have gold over here. As you guys know, gold isn't really farmable, not that well anyway. We can only farm like the stages like 2 times. We of course can get gold from the dispatch room and from some events, or from events, not some events. So it is a little bit of a scarce resource, and they're basically mostly used to refine attachments. And in the late game, we will actually need a buttload of gold to refine all the attachments. Because in case you guys don't know, if we go over here on the attachments, oh, not here, over here on the attachments, and if we decide to calibrate one of them, so every time you want to calibrate a gold attachment, it will cost you freaking 20k gold. And if you do decide to pick the gold from the battle pass, they actually do give you 5k gold, so it's like already 1/4 of the gold you need to calibrate one gold artifact. Not artifact, sorry, Genshin. One gold attachment. So it will be actually very, very useful. However, since most people aren't really at level 43, which is the level where it starts being more efficient to farm the attachments over here, level 43, at this level, we start getting higher rarity attachments. And when we get to this point in the game, it does actually start being worth it to actually start picking the gold in the battle pass, since we will be needing a lot. Before level 43, I don't think it's worth farming for attachments. Not too many attachments. Of course, you can farm some attachments to get a few stats and the actual set bonus. It will help a lot, of course. But outside of that, I don't really recommend farming a lot of attachments to get to actually min-max your stats. It's pretty pointless. And because of that, I personally recommend going for the stock boost bars. And after we get to level 43, I do recommend only picking the gold from then on, because everything else is very easily obtainable, especially this one. But if you do already have all of your important characters leveled up and you don't really need all of these anymore, you could start already stockpiling gold for the future, for the late game, when you do need, or when you will be needing to get actually a lot of gold for your attachments in the future. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. I hope you guys found this helpful. As always, thank you so much for the memberships, and I'll see you all in the next video.